Hello and welcome back. So in my last video I took a look at some early surprises of this season, and now I thought I'd take a look at the other side of the coin, that being some disappointments so far. And yes, I know it's early in the season, but there are still some disappointments that need to be addressed. So let's get into it. And I'm starting off with the biggest one in my opinion, the Dallas Stars. They're such an enigma to me. Last year they looked good and made a second round of the playoffs, and we saw the breakout of some of the future stars for them. Roope Hintz, Miro Heiskanen, and Ben Bishop was back in form. All this while already having some world-class talent with Tyler Seguin and Jamie Benn, together with Radulov making one of the best lines in the NHL, and having Klingberg on the blue line together with Esa Lindell is a great partnership. And when they went out and acquired Joe Pavelski and Corey Perry, well, they looked even better to me. I didn't see them as cup contenders, but this, boy. Other than Roope Hintz, they have not looked good at all. And now there's still time to turn this around, and they have to do it soon. And I'm looking at Tyler Seguin and Jamie Benn to be a key part in that, because they have not looked good so far, and they're the leading players, they're the best players on this team supposedly, so they better lead this turnaround for them. And I think Dallas is a really good team, and while I don't see them as cup contenders like I said, I could certainly see them making the second round in the playoffs or even in conference final, but they have to make the playoffs first, and if they want to do that, they better get going soon. The second disappointment for me this year is the San Jose Sharks. Where do I start? They looked better since their 0-4 start, but to me their main problem is pretty obvious to me. It's Martin Jones. He's just not good enough. Last season, the man was sub 900, and as a starting goaltender, that is just not good enough. This season, he hasn't skipped a beat, but in the wrong way. He's still sub 900, and while he's only played 7 games, it's still not very flattering or promising for him. They brought back Joe Thornton and Patrick Marleau in a hope to light an old spark, but to me, it is the younger guys on this team that should be leading the way. Timo Meier, Thomas Hertl, and Kevin Bank are all great players, but they haven't been up to par yet. And I don't see the Sharks having much more time to win a cup, at least with this core. So they better get their shit together so they can make the playoffs and compete for a cup, which they should be doing. And also, get rid of Martin Jones. Now my next disappointment isn't as big as it is with the Stars or the Sharks, but it's the slow start of Jack Hughes and Kaapo Kakko. Now I didn't expect them to explode for points, but they only have 2 points each so far, which isn't really fantastic. And if you compare that to recent players that went first overall or second overall in the draft in their rookie season, talking about Matthews and Laine, McDavid and Eichel, which isn't the most fair comparison, but I was still expecting more from Hughes and Kakko, and it will probably come, but it's been such a slow start. Now I get their teams aren't the best. The Devils and the Rangers have been pretty bad this season, and when I watched Kakko and Hughes play, they've looked good, and you can definitely see the talent they have, but it's so much better when they can finish off their nice plays with a goal and an assist. So I'm sure it will come like I said. And in general, I'm pretty disappointed there hasn't been a really big rookie explosion so far. Sure, Victor Olofsson has been incredible, but he's also 24 years old, and I'm talking more about the guys that are around 20 years old. The only 2 players that have really impressed me so far are Cale Makar and Quinn Hughes, and I'm probably making a video on those 2 pretty soon, so watch this space. And I'm probably gonna have to eat my words about Kakko and Hughes pretty soon, I'm guessing. And for my last disappointment, I have this off-season's free agency class. And what I mean by this is that some of the big name signings this off-season have not been that impressive yet. And the first player I want to talk about is Sergei Bobrovsky. Now, let's get a couple of things clear. Is he a good goaltender? Yes. Is he an elite goaltender? Yeah, he is. Is he worth $10 million a year? No. You don't pay goaltenders that much. This deal didn't impress me when he signed it, and it certainly hasn't impressed me so far. Sure, he's made a couple of nice saves and he's had a couple of good games, but his save percentage isn't very flattering. And while I understand playing in front of a new defense in a new system could take some getting used to, I also need to be critical of a guy that eats up 12% of your team's cap, and when you make $10 million, you deserve a bit of scrutiny. His stats will probably balance out and he'll be good, but so far, he hasn't been that impressive to me. Joe Pavelski is next, and I quickly mentioned him earlier, but man, he's not been good. We know he can score 40 goals, and while I didn't expect him to be on pace for that in this season, I also didn't expect him to have 3 points in 11 games. $7 million is a pretty steep cap hit, so he better start producing, and if he does, I can see Dallas go on a streak, but he better get going soon. And my last player is Sebastian Aho. Now yes, I know, he signed with the Carolina Hurricanes, but technically it was a free agent signing because of the Montreal offer sheet, so I guess you can call it a free agency signing. Anyway, he's not been good either. 3 points in 9 games isn't great, and while I do like his contract, he needs to step up, and he should be happy the Hurricanes are doing well because his production has been slacking. But of the players I mentioned, I think this is the one that's most likely to turn it around because I think the Hurricanes are a really good team this year, and Aho, I also think he's a really good player, and I think it will be a big part in their success. So that's it for today. Let's keep the discussion going in the comments by letting me know what your biggest disappointment is so far, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I also wanted to thank you all for 200 subscribers. It means a lot, so let's keep the gang growing. And so thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.